today's writing move helps us get closer to the language we're using, the actual words on the page, and helps us dig out even more meaning. Today's move is the dictionary moment. Let's take a look at an example of a dictionary moment in a piece written by Amanda Hess. The word apocalypse is derived from the Latin for revelation. And our current predicament draws out the irony of that double meaning as we mistake obsessing about the end of the world for acting on it. So, dictionary moment. What does that mean and what does it look like and why would a writer do it? So in this particular piece for the New York Times, Amanda Hess is writing about climate change. And she wants to dig out a new layer of meaning. And so to do that, she goes to the dictionary and she looks up the word apocalypse. And she finds out that the word apocalypse actually comes from the Latin word for revelation. And that sparks something in her mind. And she thinks, oh, that's interesting. That helps me understand this idea in a new, different, and deeper way. So how does a writer use this move? Well, there are a couple of things I want to point out to you. First of all, when a writer uses this move, they use quotation marks around the word that they are about to define. This is the word to define. And this is just a convention that we use that indicates we're not talking about an apocalypse, we're talking about the word apocalypse. So anytime you were writing about a word itself and not the meaning of the word, you put quotation marks around it to indicate that to the reader. Then here, we give a definition, or in this case, a bit of etymology. Etymology is just a big word that means where a word comes from. When you're going to a dictionary and you look up apocalypse, it probably says from the Latin for revelation and then gives a definition. So the writer states the word, they give that interesting bit of the definition or a little bit of etymology, and then they explain why this matters. Now, this is critically important because I know at some point you have probably seen an essay or maybe even written an essay, I have, that starts, the dictionary defines freedom as, and then you give the dictionary definition, right? And you've probably also had an English teacher at some point that tells you that that's a really cheesy and cliched way to begin. So how is this different? Well, this is different because the writer then tells us why this matters. Why are they bothering to tell you a little bit of definition? Why are they bothering to tell you a little bit about the word origin? It's because it means something. They tell you what it means, right? That's totally different than just saying, here's the dictionary definition, and kind of walking away from it. Another thing that you're going to notice here and in the other examples that we're sharing today is that this happens in the middle. It doesn't happen as a lead. It doesn't happen as a first sentence of the essay, which is another thing that makes it different from that kind of cliched, cheesy essay opening that we're trying to stay away from. This happens later in the piece of writing. Let's look at a couple of other examples of mentor writers using a dictionary moment. So where's a place in your writing where giving a little fact, giving a little bit of information from the dictionary would actually help illuminate the meaning, the idea that you're trying to communicate? Where's a place maybe where you really want to dig in deeper to the meaning of a word, and pausing for a minute for a dictionary moment helps you talk about meaning. It helps you talk about why your idea matters. Could you fold a dictionary moment in to your writing? Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe so that you don't miss any mini moves for writers.